Okay, welcome back to our channel, The Catalyst, the home of all solutions. So what we'll do now is we'll try to see how to answer the next question, which is question 3. And in question 3, we are supposed to create a procedure that generates the cells, and they have given us the code right in front of us here. So what we'll do is this, we'll just convert this to the programming language C. So the subprogram gen, so we set this a procedure, so void gen cells, and now we'll take in our parameter, that is the array A. The array A is the initial array, and then array B is going to be the next generation. That's the array that is generated after following the rules mentioned up here to generate the next generation. So the initial stage is generated randomly. Okay, so we'll move now to writing of this code here. So move now, it takes in the array A, which with rows and columns. Row and column. Okay, then we also have so they gave parameter row and column, whereas rows and column is a global variable, so it might not be needful, it might not be necessary. But well, let me just do it since it was proposed by the examiner. So we've done that, and then we enter into a loop. I'm going to translate this. Begin our for. We have our for loop that starts the initial value of our counter. It starts from 0. For the first loop, it starts from 0. That represents the rows, and then J represents the columns. So our counter starts from 0, since we are dealing with array. So we have I less than row, I increments. Okay. So open, and then inside we still have a second loop, which I may not have time to type. I'll just copy and paste. It starts J, the counter is J, which represents column. And J will increment by 1 each time. Now inside J, what do we have is just our array. The first array, this is for it to receive the random generated values. So we'll store the random generated values we had, which is gotten from the function run no. Okay. So each time it will generate the random number. That number will be assigned to the array, the 2x2 array, representing rows and columns, that is life and death values. So that is it for random gen. We'll move to the next question now, which is question 4. On question 4, we are to create a sub program count life night, which what's the use of the program? It counts the number of live neighbors in the array A for the cell at row I and column C. So this is the code here. This exam is one of the easiest because they have given you all the pseudo codes just to convert to a programming language. Okay, so let's go back to our code. And so we are going to write the function found live neighbors. Okay, so it's int, it returns an integer, so found live underscore needs. Okay, I think I spelled it correctly. It also takes these same parameters and this argument takes the same argument, so I'll just paste it here in order to maximize time I have. Okay, so I'll start inside our function now. I will convert this or write this. Okay, I already declared I and j as global variables, so I don't need to declare them here again. No, I didn't. Ooh. Okay, so I'll do it here, no problem. So we have int I, j, count. Okay, and then we'll take our for loop. So for me not to waste time, I'll take back these nested loops. Our counter I will start according to this. It starts from I minus 1 and ends at R plus 1. So we have I starting from R minus 1 and it ends at R plus 1. Okay, so we move to J. It is said that J starts from C minus 1 to the rows here were R and row is R and column is C in this case. So then we end at C plus 1. Okay, so what we're supposed to do now is we are supposed to translate this our code here. Maybe I'll move it this way. Oh, how do we go about this? It's too large. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to translate this. What I'll do is I'll write if and then I'll negate the conditions, since it says if not I less than 0. So I'll simply do the opposite of the conditions given there. So for the first condition, I will say if I greater than 0. Okay, that is to negate. It should be greater than or equals to 0, the opposite of what I have there. Or K is also greater than or equals to 0. Okay, those are the first conditions and then after that we have or. Look at this, we have or, and the opposite of or is and. So and is represented by this, and then bracket open, we have I, which is supposed to be opposite to I greater than or equals to row, I less than, okay, less than row. In this case, row is it's supposed to be R, I think so. How there's a mix up here. Anyway, let's take it like that. Row should be less than row. I should be less than row, or it says or, but we'll say and. The opposite J should be less than column. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so that's the condition, and inside again we are going to have another if statement. If A of I equals to A of that's the array, the initial stage, when it is equals to 0, then we increment our counter because we are looking for live cells. Okay, we are looking for live cells. So to do that, we are going to put some conditions. We say if A of I and J is equals to 1, then we simply increment count means we will have count plus plus, okay, which is also the same as saying that count should be equals to count plus 1. Okay, that's why I just put it in as a comment. Okay, so that is it, and then at the end we are to return count, because count was there to count the number of live cells, so we return count. I think that is okay for this question, so we'll stop here for now, and in our next video we'll answer the next question. So thank you very much. Remember to subscribe if you have not yet done so. See you in our next video. God bless you.